Good morning everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Kendra and I'm sorry for the dishwasher noise in the background. This is 100% a working kitchen where I make families food and do my videos apparently. Today I'm going to see what I can do to doll up these Martha White blueberry muffins. So it says just add milk and you can add blueberries if you want. And so I went online and what I found suggested that if I were to add a teaspoon of lemon juice and some lemon zest, it really makes the blueberry pop, you know, the flavor come through. And I wanted to show you these. No. Oh, hold on. Sorry about that. I have two little toy poodles and one of them was out in the backyard and lost his mind over a bunny. And so we live out in the sticks and we have critters around here and lots of bunnies. I think it must be bunny baby season because I see the big mamas and daddies and I see the little tiny new ones. Okay, so as I was saying, I wanted to show you these blueberries because I thought they were interesting. So I got these from a Walmart delivery and they're Central West Blueberries Company and they're out of Mexico. So, you know, wash everything well, but I would sure wash, you know, fruit from out of the country. So these are, you know, your standard blueberries. And these are the ones that I picked out to use for my muffins. Look at these. Look how tiny. Serious tiny. Like, anyway, I don't need very many blueberries in this, just enough, because there's already dried blueberries in this mix. But I thought, you know, to doll it up with the lemon juice and the lemon zest, I would put some fresh blueberries. So that's my plan. I'm going to get out a muffin tin, I'm going to preheat the oven, and I'm going to mix it together. Before I mix it all, though, I'm going to get it decided what I'm going to put it in because I don't want to let it set wet, you know, after I've added the milk. I want everything ready to go in at the same time, the oven preheated, and let it just do its thing and go. Because I think it works out better that way for them. These are a great deal still. They're not as great as they used to be. I used to get them for under $1. They were like 99 cents a pack. So not anymore. Do you buy these kind of blueberries too? Anyway, if you're new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, friends. And here we go. Here is my open collab today. Mix it up. Let's move this so you can see better. Oh, that's as close as she's going to get, Kendra. I forgot to give you all of the information for this open collab that is today. Today is Mix It Up in the Kitchen at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. So we upload on Saturdays, anytime. And since it's an open collab, that means anybody could do this. You can mix up anything. She says you can mix up your dinner, your lunch, your breakfast, a snack, a drink, anything you want to mix up in the kitchen. And this is a fun one because there's so much, she gives so much, you know, leeway, personal touch, whatever you want to do. But be sure that you do hashtag Mix It Up in the Kitchen at Maniac Grammy's Homestead. I wish I had made my penmanship prettier for this, and I may redo this card. I'm not liking the way I wrote it. I was in a hurry. Oh, somebody's here now. Okay, I'm ready, and I've got some things to tell you just since I just told you what I was going to do. First of all, my oven just beeped. It's preheated to 400 degrees. I'm going to use a cupcake pan here, and each one of these makes just 6. So I'm using 2, so I'm going to make 12, and that's my story. What I'm going to do is fill 6 first, see how they look. And maybe I want to make just 6 because sometimes they don't give you a lot. Okay, some differences. I read that if you put a little bit of dry rice at the bottom of your cupcake pan, then you can keep the bottom from getting too brown, burning a little bit, having that taste that's not as great as the top, you know? So I'm going to try that. I've never done that before. I am using the cupcake liners, and instead of using cooking spray, I have melted a little bit of butter, and I'm going to paint the insides, and then I'm going to also, while the butter's on the bottom fresh, I'm going to sprinkle in some cinnamon sugar dust So the reason it's going to have cinnamon and lemon and not, I didn't tell you this, none of these. So I had all these blueberries and I, put some aside and I was going to use them for the actual blueberry muffins, these. So I took some of the large ones and I put them in my strawberry yogurt for breakfast. I kept spitting out what I thought were stem pieces, but what happened, I think, is they picked them early and the inside of them is still hard a little bit. It was just a no-go. There is nothing you can do for these blueberries to make them right. So I'm just going to throw them out on the lawn for the birds. That's my bad. And we all say this, if you get your produce from Walmart, it's hit or miss. Some might say a crapshoot. So, okay, those are the differences here. Now it says to use half a cup of milk. I doubled the recipe, and so I'll need a whole cup. But it said also, I went through and I just did all kinds of reading on all kinds of recipes, and half is supposed to make it taste richer. So I only had, this is my very last half cup of half and half. So I'm using that. And then I went to my pantry and I got some of this. And this is basically half and half. I've used it in my coffee. I've used it for other things. It's good stuff. So there you have that. I keep that on hand for emergencies. And I mean, isn't this a blueberry muffin emergency? This will still have blueberries because it's got the dehydrated blueberry chunks. Oh, when I opened these, the scent of blueberry just came wafting out. Okay, I've got my zest that I'm going to put in the batter. My half and half I'm going to put in the batter. And then I took, this is actually for getting the water out of a tuna fish can. You press it down on the can. Got it at Walmart 100 years ago. Anyway, I squeezed the lemon in it to keep the seeds from going down. And I'll just use a little lemon. It's, from what I've seen, it said 1 teaspoon of lemon juice and then some lemon zest. So there's not really a lemon zest suggestion, but that's what I'm using. And I'll probably use a teaspoon-ish of the lemon juice. I think that's it in all that I did that's different. 14 to 16 minutes. Like I said, the oven is at 400. So I'm going to go ahead and paint some of these muffin tin liners. I just wanted you to see that I put the I put the rice in the bottom. Okay, I'm going to get going. I had my blueberry envelopes open. When I grabbed the second one, I dropped some, but it'll be okay, I guess. I'm not going to scoop that up because I just don't want to. I don't know if there's crumbs back there from coffee or whatever else. So here it is in my bowl that I'm going to use, and I'm going to put in the zest first, I guess, and then the milk. But first, I'm going to do all of these. Okay, I have my lemon zest, my lemon juice, my half and half, and my la crema. And I'm going to put just a little bit of cinnamon in this batter too. Plain cinnamon, not cinnamon sugar. All right, there's melted butter up the sides just a little bit, and cinnamon sugar, just the dust mixed together in here. Okay, now in this bowl I've just added plain cinnamon, and so I'm going to mix it up, drop it in here, and then put it in because this oven is ready and I've done everything else. This looks a little bit dry, but I'm going to be okay with that for this try. It's the first time I've tried it this way, and it is what it is. I've used my biggest cookie scoop, and it'll be about 1 scoop, I think. There's an empty bowl, so I did 1 scoop per, thing, and I got 7. That's fine. Put a little bit of water in these so that they don't cause a fuss, is what I've always heard to do, like burn. And get them in the oven. Okay, this is the last. There's water in the empty ones, and I put cinnamon dust, sugar and cinnamon on top as well as on the cupcake liner. Now they're going in. 14 to 16 minutes. I'll check them at 14. I can't see because my oven door in the middle is all stained. The outside and inside are clean, but the middle gets something in it. Anyway, you can't tell, but they're splitting. So I don't know how this is going to work. It says 5 more minutes that I just showed you through the oven door, but this is a double batch, so they're bigger. So I'm assuming we're going to go probably 10 more minutes and not 5. We'll see. All right, they are done. Oh, maybe about 20 minutes-ish. I toothpicked them and got nothing on the toothpick, you know, nice and dry. And so I'm going to take them out of the muffin tin so they don't continue to cook and put them on a plate. I started to say platter. I stopped myself. A plate for 7. Of course, they're coming out of the tin really well because I, you know, used paper. But I was going to say that when I'm done here, I'm going to remove them from the paper because rice is looking sketchy on the bottom of this paper. Yeah, my kids are going to run screaming from the home. There we go, all done. You can kind of see cinnamon sugar on top, and some of them did split, and I noticed when I went back and looked at other people's recipes, when they doctor them up, no matter how they do it, if they add fat, like cream, like I did, it's going to probably split. I don't know why that is, but it's okay with me. So it made 2, 4, 6, 7 is a decent number out of the mix like that. Even though it said 12, if I had filled them lower, they probably wouldn't be as, you know, fun to eat. They would have been less. They would have been cooked faster, but, you know. Okay, I'm going to decide what to do with this mess. And throw those blueberries out for the birds. All right, there. I took the cover off of one, the cupcake liner. I had a little stickage, and so let me show you what that looks like. So the reason I think this happened is I removed it too soon and I should have let it dry. But the bottom looks good. It doesn't look too brown like I was, you know, hoping it would look good. And so I'm going to try to cut it in a spot that will, I'm going to have to use 2 hands. Hold on. There's a lot of crumble. It looks like my dehydrated blueberries that came with the mix floated to the top more than anything else, and maybe that's because of the difference that I made, you know, in the recipe. I'm going to try a piece, this piece right here. Not my favorite. It's, hold on. A little dry. So, I'm always going to be honest, and I'm telling you, I'm honest when I tell you this is not the recipe for you. Find another one, or don't use what you liked out of several different recipes like I did. It's not that it's hard, it's just that it's dry. And I don't know why extra cream would have done that, but it did, and I've learned that. Didn't take a bite of the top because seriously, the cinnamon crackly sugar is really good. This does have a good crunch to it. I don't mean it's crunchy dry, but when you bite into it initially, there's a crunchiness. But then in the middle, it's where it's not as moist as it should be. All right, don't follow me. I'm lost too. I may, yeah. Bake someone happy, don't use this recipe. How's that? Maybe I'll go ahead and call it that. Hey, if you liked, well, even if you didn't like what you saw, I hope that you appreciate my honesty and that you will hit subscribe, hit comment, and be kind, because you know we can all mess up sometimes. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching the whole video. Talk to you tomorrow. I had a change of plans on dinner tonight. They decided they wanted to wait for French dip for tomorrow, so I still have that stuff. They wanted hot dogs and onions and relish and chili and chips and stuff like that. Oh, and there was a watermelon. Absolutely hard as a rock watermelon. Not ripe. I didn't think it was. So nobody's going to eat that. I'll put it out for the deer or something, I guess. But the hot dogs are great. It's not been a total lost day in the kitchen. Thank you for watching. I know I already said thank you for watching. I think I even closed out the video. I'm not sure. But I'll do it again and say if you got this far, I would love to have you subscribe if you think you want to, and say something. Say hi. Tell me what you had for dinner, what your kitchen thing was today. And check out Grammy's, Maniac Grammy's Homestead channel. She's got lots of fun stuff going on. I've got a kid out here mowing the property. It's a big job, and he's doing it all by himself. Nobody asked. Thank you, thank you. I won't mention names. That gets me in trouble. Okay. Bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.